In this video, we're going to start creating our content, and in particular in this video I will focus on how to create a traffic magnet post. So to recap, the goal of a traffic magnet post is to attract a lot of targeted traffic. We're not trying to sell anything directly. Traffic magnet posts are not posts about a particular product or about a review of a product. It's not, getting people to buy a specific thing. Generally, we are targeting an interest or a how-to type of topic. And whilst we're not trying to sell anything directly in the post, what we are trying to do is we generally will invite them to opt into our list. And I'm going to show you in one of the future videos how to set that up. And optionally, you can also include some affiliate links right on the page. And we might also have some ads on the page as well. But the main goal is really to attract a lot of targeted traffic. We're going to be going for the terms that are high search volume terms. The process for that is to find the keyword, verify the keyword, and create the article. So let's work through it together. Just as a recap, it's always important to think about your target audience. Now remember that my site is in the numerology, law of attraction and affirmations niche. So I'm going to start my way from here, from ClickBank. So the number one top selling offer on ClickBank according to gravity, if I sort it by gravity from high to low, is this numerologist.com. Now, if I try to promote this offer, there is this note here: this vendor requires affiliates to be pre-approved before being eligible to earn commissions. So I need to apply for this offer. Now, my website is at the moment empty. I don't have any content on there, so I've got zero chance of actually being approved by Numerologist. But that is fine. There are other numerology offers on ClickBank. So I'm just going to continue going down, and at the top of page 2, what I can see is this one, Royal Numerology. So if I try to promote Royal Numerology, it's open. I can earn 75% commission on every sale. And I can review the information on the affiliate page. So it's always a good idea, as we talked about earlier in the course. So I would start out by actually reviewing all the information that I can find here. There is 155 EPC with this final 75% commission on front end upsells, and all right, it says email us to get 90% commission, so that's good. It means that I can, in the future, I can get approved to earn 90% commissions, which is pretty awesome. Now it's inviting me to sign up to get my affiliate tools. I can also click this link at the bottom. It's sort of hidden here. Click here to access affiliate tools without signing up. And this is where I'll have all of the information that I can possibly need to promote this offer. So it's always a good idea to actually have a look at the promotional emails, because it'll give you an idea on some of the angles that you can use and some of the key things that interest your target audience, because these were written by the vendor, so they understand their product really well. And I would typically always review all of this information. I recommend for you guys to do the same. There's also a promotional video, so I would typically watch this promotional video and sort of get an understanding of my target audience and their fears and their desires as much as possible. So if you are new to this niche, it is absolutely recommended that you do this. Okay, so now that we kind of have had a recap of our target market and how to go about getting all of this information, the next step that I would typically take is I actually keep a list of the blogs that are competing with me for my target audience. So once again, just as a quick recap, to find competing blogs, you just need to enter something that's related to your niche, such as meaning of 1111 is related to numerology. And then I will typically find websites that are completely dedicated to numerology. So here I can see a website that is named numerologysign.com. There's another one called numerologysecrets.com. So they could be two websites that I reverse engineer in Ahrefs. All right, so I'm here inside my Ahrefs account in Site Explorer. I've entered numerologysign.com and I've run the analysis. I can see that they're ranking for 111,000 different different organic keywords. So let's look at the keywords, and what I want to do is I want to filter all keywords that have a volume of at least 500 a month to begin with, and keyword difficulty up to 6. So I want very low competition keywords. As we can see, there are tons of keywords with very low competition, so I can probably fine tune this and say that I want keyword difficulty up to 3. So, oops, let's just choose 3 in here and click apply. And let's see how many keywords we get. So we've got still 2,324 keywords. So that's pretty awesome. So the keyword that's really caught my eye is this one, 707 angel number. The reason is that it's got a high search volume, 3,500 per month on the US Google. It also has 0 keyword difficulties, so the competition is very low. And when I review the actual competitors here, and you can do the same thing using the techniques that were covered in one of the previous modules where I talked about how to analyze keywords, I can see that there are a lot of extremely weak domains here. So Ahrefs rank 2.6 million, 2.4 million, 14 million, 2.9, 39 million even. That basically means that the websites here that are ranking, they have got very weak domain rank. This one is domain rank 2, so basically it's a completely brand new website, and none of these pages have got any backlinks. So that's really amazing. That's a great keyword. So I will publish, the first article that I will publish on my website is a really great in-depth article on 707 angel number, sort of ultimate guide style post that I know Google will absolutely love. Also, if I look at the actual length of the posts here on the first page, I've just done it, and you know, the content is extremely short. I mean, look here, there's only 3 short paragraphs here. Most of the other posts, let me just take a quick look here. Okay, well, this one is semi-decent, but this one, Guardian Angel Reading, you know, there's just a few paragraphs. It's very, very short. This is not in-depth content. There's only a few paragraphs on here as well, sunscience.org, and this joinnumber.com, which is a complete brand new newbie domain. I mean, they've got a reasonably sized post, but it's also only like 1,000 words. So if we publish a piece of content that's 1,500 to 2,000 words long, we'll have an extremely high chance of being able to outrank all of these domains, even if we don't have any backlinks pointing back to our site. So this is absolutely and definitely 100% confirmed a great keyword that we should be able to rank for. So let's go ahead with it. To create a post in WordPress, you will need to log into your WordPress backend area, and then under all posts, click this button, add new, and this is where we're going to be creating the post. Now we're gonna make a draft of the post, and then we will fine tune it to be optimized for Google search engine. So first of all, let's create a title, and for the title, generally it's a good idea to just take the actual keyword and put it at the very front of the title here. So I'll call it 707 angel number, the ultimate guide. Now this is completely fine for now because we're going to fine tune it at a later point in time before we actually publish the post. So for now, let's just call it this. And then I will actually now pause the video, but the process that I'll go through is I will create a draft outline of the post. So I'll create the subheadings, what I want to write about. And the way that I will be coming up with this post is I will review the information that's on page 1 of Google, and I'm going to absorb all of this information. I'm going to take notes, and I'm going to then create a draft outline based on the information that I learned. So it's sort of like a research process, you know, think back to like school or university or college. You're just going to do your research from Google, take notes, and then create a plan of attack based on the information that you learned from this. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back to you once I've got the draft ready. A couple of other things that we can do to come up with the ideas for our article is to use Ahrefs. So if you type in 707 number as seed keywords into Ahrefs and then choose having same terms as the option on the left hand side, that will bring up all of the keywords in Ahrefs database that contain references to the word 707 and number. And you can see that we can already come up with some blocks for the article just based on that. So it says 707 angel number. Then we've got 707 angel number love. What does the number 707 mean? 707 twin flame number. Meaning of seeing the number 707. So that's giving us some ideas for what we can include into our article or into our post. So let's just copy some of them as the ideas for our article. So I'm going to take angel number 707. Okay, angel number 707, angel number love. And I'm going to add that in. So that will be one of our subheadings. Okay, and I'm going to edit this later. This is just all kind of rough drafts for now. Angel number 707, Doreen Virtue. Okay, so let's add that in here. So clearly people are searching for it and we want to include that. So we want to create an ultimate guide post on 707 angel number. We want to include these low volume subheadings as well into as subsections into our article, because they're all kind of related. And if somebody types in angel number 707 Doreen Virtue, we still want our post, want to give our post a chance to come up for those keywords. So let's look at this 707 twin flame number. All right, so that 707 number meaning, or meaning of seeing the number 707. So that's more or less the same thing, but let's just type that in. Okay, so that's given us a few subheadings. The other things that I want to include are, if I search in Google for 707 angel number, we already talked about that earlier in the course about the LSI keywords. So if you scroll to the bottom, you will see that there's a section here that says searches related to 707 angel number. And once again, these could be subheadings because Google gives you ideas on what else people who search for 707 angel number, what else they search for. So 707 angel number twin flame, we've actually got that covered here under twin flame. 0707 angel number love, so we can probably skip that because that's a different number. 707 meaning love. We've got that covered here, the topic related to love. Bible, so 707 meaning Bible. So we could also actually talk about that as well. So I'm just going to retype it, can't copy it for some reason. So 707 meaning Bible, right? Then Doreen Virtue, we've already got that as Doreen Virtue. So that has just those two things, just looking at Ahrefs and just Googling for this keyword has given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subsections. Okay, and the rest of the subsections I'm going to extract based on my research from the other sites that have already published the information. So now I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back to you guys once I've actually got that outline. So just as an example, as I'm scrolling here, it says the meaning of 707 when it comes to love. So I've actually got that covered already under here. All right, but if I scroll down a little bit more, I can actually see here, keep seeing 707, read this carefully. So I don't have anything here regarding keep seeing. So I could create a subheading that says, why do I keep seeing the number 707? All right, so that's how we're working. All right, here we go. So I've gone through these page 1 results and I have written out a few subheadings. So I'm going to write an introduction and then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So introduction plus 7 subsections that gives me about 8 or so sections that I need to write. And I'm aiming for about 2,000 words with this post. So therefore each of them needs to be about 250 words. So 250 words introduction and then 250 words on average per section. So I'm going to pause the video so I don't bore you with all of my typing, and I will then resume once I have actually typed up this article. So I'm just unpausing this for a quick second. So basically I've written an introduction and now I'm just going to write out the first paragraph. The way that I do this, what does numerologist say about the angel number 707, is I've seen a section like that here on the angelnumber.org website, and I thought that it's good to start out with some basic explanation about the numbers. So I'm going to paraphrase some of the things that they are talking about here in my own words, and I'm going to write those things in here. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'll resume the video once I've done that. As I'm typing this up, I just want to unpause for a second and show you a couple of things that I'm doing. So I do research kind of in real time as I'm typing this. I am doing a lot of this. What I'm writing is based on this website here, angelnumber.org. But also, you know, where it talks about the number 7 symbolizes spirituality, etc. I actually Googled for number 7 in numerology to find a different source so that I'm not getting the information from just one source. And I found this website as well. So I've written a couple of things here in my own words, of course not copying, but in my own words, rewrote some of the stuff that I've learned from here. So I'm actually going to link from my article to other articles. It's always a good idea to do because that's going to make your content more valuable and Google will appreciate it. So I'm going to say, see where I'm saying according to numerology.com. I'm actually going to take this link and I'm going to link from my article to that website to show to Google and to my readers that I have done my research and that my piece of content is a high quality research piece of content. Then it also says number 7 also can represent psychic abilities and gifts, enlightenment and awakening. So I'm going to link to this website once again to reference the source, okay, from here. So number 7 can also represent, so I'm going to link psychic abilities, this one, okay, over here. So that if somebody's wondered, oh really, number 7 can also represent psychic abilities, so they can view the source. So that's how the basics of the internet actually work. You need to link out to other high quality sources. Google will like that. Okay guys, I'm just unpausing this. So I've now typed up, now in total my article here is 371 words. So I think this paragraph is about 250, so pretty much exactly what I wanted. So this paragraph is now done. I'm just going to now write about 707 angel number love. I'll probably rephrase this because it doesn't sound like anything proper, you know, it doesn't sound like a heading. So I will rephrase this to say 707 angel number and love life. Okay, and love. So let's call it like that. 707 angel number and love. What it means like this. All right, and now I'm going to also highlight this and make this heading too. And now I'm going to write out everything that I can find about 707 angel number and love in my own words, aiming again to finish once this hits about 600 words. All right, so I've now written some more, and now our article is 636 words. So I've written another 250 or 300 words or so under this heading, 707 angel number and love, what it means. So in my research, actually what I found is that there are different kind of opinions on the number 707 around the internet. So, you know, with this kind of topic, with this kind of niche numerology, there can be 100 different definitions of the same number, and who knows what's right. You know, it's not a hard science, you can't experiment. So people who are kind of in my niche, they just like to read out of interest about different opinions. So the approach that I have taken here is I've linked to one definition of this number and to another definition of this number and their implications for love life. And then I've tried to sort of synthesize it and compare and say, look, actually, according to this website, it means this. According to this website, it means this. And then I said, who is right? Well, then I've tried to synthesize the two and say, look, actually, probably you can understand it in a way that makes sense from both definitions. You know, if you see that number, then maybe it's a reminder that it's not necessary to change yourself, you know, etc., etc. So you can read about this later on my website, the way that I've gone about it. But you can take this approach, and in a lot of niches, you can do that. You don't have to be the authoritative source, you know, like the person who knows the right version about numerology and say that I know everything, you know, I know what the number 707 means. You can often simply publish links to several different definitions of the same thing and then try to, you know, the value that you're adding to the reader is basically becoming the researcher and telling them, well, look, this website said one thing, this website said another thing, this doesn't make sense. Or you can try to make sense of it. So just process that information and you know, try to make your article actually valuable in one way or another. So look, as you can see, you know, I've just like this, I've typed up 636 words. It hasn't taken me very long at all. Okay guys, so just in the interest of moving on with the course, I'm going to finish this here. So you can see that I have written these 3 paragraphs, and you can see that now my word count is 614, but I do want to move on with the course. So at least so far what I've given you in this video is the process that I normally follow to actually create articles, how I research, how I structure everything. So you could just take that same thing and basically, you know, write out more paragraphs. You do need to aim for at least 1,500 to 2,000 words with all of your articles. This is to make sure that your articles are actually in depth and you can compete with all of the other articles, much shorter articles that are on page 1, because you want to make sure that you present yourself to Google as the authoritative source for all content, and that you've covered this particular topic in a lot of detail. So I'm gonna stop this video here. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you how to format the post, how to insert images, and how to optimize it from the SEO perspective so that your post has got a high chance of ranking. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.